Hi everyone, welcome. Hey everyone, welcome to the chat. My name is Cindy. I work at the label. So right now you will notice that everyone is on mute. We're going to leave it that way so that we can kind of control the sound. And when Lindsey and Alex or Mako join, we'll start the chat, and then towards the end we'll have an opportunity for people to ask questions. I know some of you can see it. And then we'll also, perhaps have a bit of a chat. So if you get called on, you'll be able to unmute yourself. Do that after us. But I would like to give a huge welcome to Lindsey. Everyone, hi Lindsey.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Cindy?
Good. So let's take it away. I think Mako is on here as well.
What's up? Can you guys hear me?
Oh, there he is. Hi. Yes, we
Good
can.
morning, everybody.
Good morning.
How we living?
Living good over here. How are you living?
I'm doing fantastic. I got up early, which is very rare. I feel great.
Oh my gosh. Get your energy drink in, or your jog, or whatever it is that you may do. I don't know. Well, gosh, everyone, I just want to say, thank you so much for being here with us today. Thanks for pre-saving the song and signing up for this. I decided I wanted to keep it super small. And so, I don't know, I think there's only 25 of us here today. Because I really wanted to feel like I could see all of you and, have some sort of interaction and connection with all of you. So thanks for signing up and coming. And yay that you guys all get to be here. We do this together. So yes, Alex, as you guys know, he is not only the singer on Lose You Now, but he wrote the lyrics to the song and really reinvented it. So I actually want to start out, before we listen to it, I would love for maybe to have Alex explain kind of his side of the story. We can just kind of share with you how this song came to be. As you know, this originally came from Guardian, and then it turned into something amazing, which is now Lose You Now with Alex. So Alex, you want to kind of talk about how it happened?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, this was such a cool project because Lindsey and I got to meet and become friends on Artemis, working on Love Goes On and On with Amy Lee. So I had a chance to get to know her, to work with her, and it was so fun and exciting. And we didn't even think about putting vocals or me writing anything like that. It just kind of came out naturally when I heard through the grapevine that you were looking for a vocal for this song, and knowing the backstory behind it and what it meant to you was really, it was really powerful and really inspiring. But I wouldn't have gone for it if I didn't already have the chance to get to know you and to become friends and everything, because I just felt okay, I know this person, and you've told me a bit about this already, even, regardless of a song. And I just remember it was one of those experiences where I can't record the takes because I'm getting choked up in the vocal booth. It was just such an emotional experience. And I think that from the second, we started throwing the ideas back and forth, it was just really clear that this was a really special song, and just to have it, mean so much for so many different reasons was great. And, it came together so easily. And yeah, I was just so excited to be a part of it, really.
Oh, well, it was so special. I remember the first time I heard it, so this is really interesting. I've never done a song this way where I, wrote the instrumental and then just handed it off to somebody else. And so my managers, actually, I didn't even know you were working on it. I literally, I think I just recently gotten off tour, and I'm in the car with my manager, and she's like, I want to play you something. And I was not emotionally prepared. And I can't even tell you, I almost get emotional thinking about it. The waterworks just unleashed, and I just started like crying like uncontrollably. And it was just such a beautiful moment, because I feel like in the words that you put to this song and the sentiment, you really captured something that I hadn't been able to put into words. And that's why Guardian remained an instrumental on the album, was because I just couldn't capture what I was feeling in words, to express how loss can then give you a guardian angel, how someone can be kept in your life even after you've lost them. So anyways, it was such an emotional experience. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning by the time I heard it. And I like called him. I was like, I don't care if I wake him up. I'm going to call him and tell him what this means to me. And so like at 1 o'clock in the morning, I'm like, I love this song. But anyway, so this whole was a really, really cool experience. Oh, and one last thing I will say is part of like what the sentiment of the song meant to me, you know, the whole idea that our guardian angels are still with us, to me means that they can still inspire us and still like communicate with us and help us. And so I always say when I'm in the writing room that like, I actually pray that like my angels will help me write. And the way that Alex described how he wrote the song, you said that it just felt like this downpouring of like you say it.
Yeah, sometimes it happens like that. And for anybody here that also makes music, they can probably relate, is that like, you know, you go through writer's block and all this stuff, and every once in a while, an idea just kind of falls out of the sky as if it almost like writes itself. And I mean, I'm not going to lie, like it was only a couple hours before almost the entire thing was written after I started it. Like it was all just right there. And, you know, you welcome those moments when they come. They're not always going to happen, but like, you can always tell when you're really inspired and when an idea is really important to you when that does occur. And so it's just really nice that it happened that way.
Yeah. And that is such a rare thing for me, when it's like, and you just get this creative download. And whenever that happens to me, I like kind of think this came from somewhere other than myself. Like, I bet this came from my angels. And so the fact that that's how this particular song came, my dad was a writer and Gavi loved music and loved writing music. And so I couldn't help but think that maybe my angels were a part of like inspiring where this song came from, you know, in some way, shape, or form. So anyways, with that being said, I think maybe it's a good time to listen to this song right now. You guys are the first people to hear this. So enjoy.
Wish I could remember every second we had. I know I tried to count them all one by one by one. But you don't get them back, you don't get them back. Take every memory we've ever had. Oh, I wanna live them all one by one by one. And I swear that I'm not gonna lose you now. I'll keep you in my life somehow. Even when the lights go down, down, I could never lose lose you now. I'm not gonna lose you now.
Yay. Oh, thanks guys for listening. Oh, I see you guys in the chat, like saying what you think. Thank you so much for your comments and the smiles and the wows and all the things. You know, we've been holding on to this song for a really long time. Sometimes just that's kind of how it works, is you just have to wait for the right moment to share something. And so, you know, it's so exciting to finally get to share it. You're our first listeners. But let's see. I think, I don't know if we had any questions that we got previously, or Cindy, did you want to, did you have any things you wanted to discuss, or should I just go to like more like fan questions?
Yeah, I think it would be a good time to go to fan questions. I know that there were some that are previously submitted that I think you have a list of, or we could just open it up. It's up to you.
A list of them, maybe in my email.
Possibly.
Maybe in my email. Okay.
Do you want to give any?
Should have checked that prior.
Give any little
I will say
what to expect.
Oh, they are in my email. Okay. I will also say that we shot a music video for this. Not a spoiler alert. You guys all know that it's coming out tomorrow. And it's really beautiful. I'm very stoked about that. I know I say it all the time. I'm like, I'm so excited to share this, but like this one, there's something very special about this project. Alex, did you have any thoughts? Like, what do you remember from the music video shoot? That was a couple months ago now that we shot
Yeah,
it.
well, I don't get to do cool Lindsey Stirling music videos very often. My videos are never that amazing. But one thing that really struck me was, I mean, you had told me all along that you like to edit all the videos and you're so involved, but like seeing you on set really direct that thing was so incredible to watch. It was almost like that was your home right there, was on set working with the team who you work with all the time. I got to meet them all. They're fantastic, but they're just so good at what they do. But just seeing you like rip takes and just like, and we had water droplets all over the place and slow-mo and doing, like, you guys were just so on it, and it was really cool to watch. And this is, I mean, one of the first videos I've been a part of where I'm like, I cannot wait for people to see this. I mean, it is so well made. It's really exciting. And I think it makes the song even like more special, which is always like a gift when you can get that from a video.
Oh, well, thank you. And yeah, it was, thank you for saying that. I often feel like I'm a little more comfortable even on a video set and directing in that chair than I am even writing. So, you know, it's funny how as artists, we all kind of like have our home where we feel the most comfortable. And I think maybe because that was my first, like, you know, I was going to be a director once upon a time, and I've just found a back door to do it through. But yeah, it was a lot of fun to make that video. And I think something really special that you guys can look out for in the video is it is full of little Easter eggs. And they all kind of represent symbols from my life and like little snapshots of my own personal memories. And all the things in it that you'll see are all representative of the people that I've lost in some way, shape, or form in like really beautiful ways. And it was really fun. I love seeing what you guys pick up on. You guys are so quick. I saw like a comment on a Facebook fan group saying, that butterfly, I think that represents Gavi, and I'm sure this is going to be full with all kinds of little nuggets. And I was like, they are so quick. Yes, the butterfly you'll see in the video does represent Gavi, and it'll be fun for people to like pick up on some of the other little symbols that are in there as well. So, okay, I'm going to start going through some of your questions that I have, and then we'll also open it up to just some like, you know, fan chat, and you guys can ask some questions. Okay. Let's see. Did you start ready? Hello, this is from Ariel. It says, hello. First of all, how are you doing? I'm doing good. We miss you. I miss you guys too. Like, sometimes this might sound so pathetic. I'll just look through like some like live shows from the past, like just footage on YouTube. And it's like, it makes me like, oh, you know, feel like I'm there with you guys again. Oh, hi, Ariel. Can we unmute Ariel? Can I do that? I don't think I do have the power. Hi. Did you want to ask you ask your question.
I just let you read what you write because I'm not quite sure about exactly what I said because it's a long one. So let you go on.
Okay, you asked if I had started writing any future albums yet, and do you have a new collab you would like to release? So I don't have any future albums that I have started yet. However, I am starting to go through my process of like inspiration right now. I do feel like it is like time for me to start writing again. So yeah, it'll be fun to figure out what that new sound is because I really do want to make my next project very different than what I've done in the past. So that's kind of where I'm at right now with writing. It's like just the inspiration phase. So yes, thank you so much. It's really nice to see you. Let me see here. What is my favorite song? This is Christina Neath. Where's Christina? Christina asked, there you are. Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good.
Where you zooming in from?
Georgia.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
I love the South. So beautiful there. Well, you asked me what's my favorite song to play live. You know, I feel like it's different every tour because there's always a different creative, you know, like different choreography or different costume and different like props, like whatever it may be, on every tour that just make songs kind of come to life in a new way. I think one of my favorite songs to play live from past tours was Hold My Heart because I got to do magic in it. And also I don't have very many songs that are sassy, you know? I remember me and the dancers, we always felt so sassy when we'd play that song. And I got to do like a magic trick in it, which it was fun because I'd pop out of this like glass box, like I wasn't there and then I was there. And it was so fun because I could see the audience reaction when they'd take off the sheet. And there was always like, you know, some people weren't that impressed, but there was always a few in the front row that were like, how did she do that? And it just made it so fun every night, you know, to do that. Usually it was small children that were loud, but every once in a while it'd be like some, you know, middle-aged man that was just like, ah! And it just made it really fun. Anyways, so that was one of my favorites. And then on my last tour, actually, Alex, Mako, Love Goes On and On was my favorite one to play on the Artemis tour. So let's unmute Mako real quick. That song was so fun to play live. Like, and you mentioned before, we did write that together. So
I never got to see it though. Can we do it again on our tour? I need to see this.
That is the plan for this summer. But yeah, it was super. That song is so like, maybe it's interesting to talk about how we wrote that song too. Because like that song, tell them how it started.
I don't remember. How did we start that song?
You had, okay. Well, first of all, let me just thank Christina. Thank you so much for joining our chat. I don't want to like keep you up here. You know, but anyways, thank you so much for your question and prompting this very interesting conversation. Mako's like really, I don't know, you write differently, like everybody writes differently, but you have a cool style. I remember you pulled up a set of wind chimes that you had recorded previously, like on your computer, like, I have these wind chimes that I recorded. I believe it was on some trip like to Alaska or something.
Yes. Okay, I remember this now. Because we were just like jamming from scratch. Like we didn't even know Amy was going to be involved. We were just making an instrumental. And I think I had just gotten I got really into like recording, just pulling up my cell phone whenever like interesting sounds in the world happen. And I had those wind chimes and I was psyched on the wind chimes at the day you came in, which of course births an entire song the way wind chimes normally do.
Like, yeah, it was, he pulls up this like just sound. He's like, I'm really vibing on this. And I was kind of like, sure, we'll take those wind chimes and let's lead off of that. And anyways, it turned into this like epic instrumental. And I remember after we finished writing it, we were like, I feel like it needs something else. And it's probably one of the most interesting song processes I've ever done because we were like, oh, it needs something else. So I kind of wrote some lyrics and I was like, let's just have a verse. Let's just have a verse. And so I wrote a verse and it was going to be in the second verse. I played the first verse. Someone was going to sing the second verse. I wanted it to be Amy Lee. And so after she gets the song, Amy Lee hits me up. She's like, I had an idea for a chorus. Would you mind if I recorded a chorus? And I'm like, sure, you know, she sends back this epic chorus that plays like over and with the violin. And I was like, that's so cool. So it was just so interesting how this song, it started as a set of wind chimes that you recorded on your phone. And then it turns into like an instrumental. Then it turns into like an Amy Lee epic. Like, so anyways, that song was so fun to play live.
And she's the nicest, by the way. Like, I haven't met her in person before, but she is so cool.
Yeah, she's really rad. I'm so grateful that I not only have gotten to like write with her now and be on each other's, you know, albums, but like, you know, I can like loosely call her a friend. We toured together, and you know, she's just so rad, you know, and it's someone I've admired my whole life. So it's, you know, pretty cool that she's so cool. Some people say never meet your idols, and I've been lucky whenever I've met mine that they were nice people. Okay, I'm gonna keep going through the chats right here. Let's see. Kayla, where's Kayla's sweets? Kayla? This is cool. You just, oh, there you are. Hi, Kayla. You asked, do you remember your question, and do you want to ask it, or do you want me to just read it?
I think I remember it.
Well, first of all, where are you from?
From Southern Illinois.
Nice. Well, good to see you today. You look so cute. I love your blouse.
Oh, thank you.
Well, yeah, so ask your question.
I think it had something to do with making a movie out of your album Artemis.
I would love to. You know, and it's one of those things where Artemis was kind of at first inspired by like an idea, like just like a concept of like writing about the goddess of the moon and what would her story be. And then as I started to get so into writing the album, I got all these ideas and I started to think of characters. And before I knew it, I was like, I need to make this an actual story. And so the best home for it was like, let's write a comic book. I've never done that. And it's been really fun. I'm still like finishing it. You know, issue 4 will come out really soon. And it's been so fun to pour the same energy that I've poured into songs into like a full-fledged story. And one of the reasons that I love making music videos and probably would have done it anyway this way, but I put so much detail and attention into the music videos for the Artemis album because I was like, someday I would love to make I'd love to turn this into a film or a series, you know, if it does ever find its home there. So fingers crossed, but if not, I'll continue to make my like epic storytelling music videos to share the story in that way. Awesome. Well, thank you, Kayla. All right, let me see. I need to be faster. I'm so wordy sometimes. I need to vamos. What? Okay, Michael Austria. Hi, Michael. How are you?
I'm good. How are you today?
I'm doing good. Where are you from?
New York City.
I love New York.
Yeah.
I served my mission there for a year and a half when I was like a little sister missionary. So I spent a lot of time marching through those streets.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Do you like New York?
I love New York. I've thought about like moving there, you know, in the past because I was like, I don't know, if for the pizza alone, it's like almost worth it.
For sure. Yeah.
Well, what was your question? Or if you don't remember it, I have it.
I think I asked, what was a hobby that you developed last year in 2020 that you might continue on for this upcoming year for 2021?
You know, not hair hanging. I mean, I did it, but I was like, I decided that was not a hobby that I would want to continue. But I will say, this may sound ridiculous, but having hobbies, I think is like something I want to continue because in like not the healthiest way, just all my hobbies became my work. Like I used to love to, you know, edit videos with my friends when I was like in college and stuff. And that became my work. Same with like dancing and costume. I used to make costumes just for fun. Like I always had the best Halloween costumes. Like now I don't even make Halloween costumes because I'm so tired from like, you know, making them for videos and such. So it's interesting how I feel so incredibly just so lucky that my hobbies have all become what I do. But because of that, I forgot that you still have to have like hobbies that are just hobbies. And so 2020 kind of gave me a chance to like scrapbook again, like do some of my little nerdy hobbies that I just kind of always was like, it's fine. I you know, my work is my hobby. And it's so important to have hobbies. So I think, like I said, like just being crafty, making things, like I would do crafts with my nieces and I love that kind of stuff. I think those are just some of the things I'll carry on, is being creative just to be creative. Yeah, thank you. Let's see, Randy Tolbert. Let's see.
Hey, Lindsey.
Hi, how are you?
I actually just found out I had COVID yesterday, so this is super exciting.
Oh no!
I know.
Did you just get a test or were you feeling sick?
Yeah, and had to go get tested, and it came back positive. But I got this, so that's positive too.
You got a double positive.
Yeah.
One of them's good. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Are you just like locked in a room by yourself now?
Yeah, I have my girlfriend and my dog, so we're just quarantining now.
She's just waiting to come down with it.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, well, bless you. I hope that you guys stay okay. Like right now, you look like you're hanging in there. So.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm glad. Well, what was your question?
I wanted to ask, I've been a longtime fan ever since you did your video game music, if you ever plan on playing any of your medleys during your concerts again, of your the songs.
Yes, I haven't done it for the last few tours, and I almost did it on the one with Amy, because we had a full orchestra, and so I was going to do it, but then we both had to cut our sets to 75 minutes from 90 minutes. That was original. So that was the one. Maybe I shouldn't have cut it. That was the one that just barely didn't make it. But yeah, in the future, I do enjoy those gaming covers. And, if you have any recommendations, if I was to do one, what one should I do?
Skyrim.
Skyrim? Okay. What about a new one that I haven't done before?
All right. You got all my favorites, honestly.
Oh, okay. Well, check. Here, wait, let's, well, thank you, Randy. It's always good to hear like what people miss or what they like. So thank you so much. Let's bring Mako into the chat really quick again. You should tell them what you also do.
Yeah, speaking of video
gaming.
Right. So I've been writing music for a video game called League of Legends for maybe like 5 years now. I have a really cool opportunity. I've written their big worlds anthems the last couple of years, and I'm like an old dinosaur compared to most of you, and like video games were not this crazy when I was a kid growing up, so I kind of got thrown into this world of like giant esports events that are getting broadcast all over the world. It's nuts. It's a really fun world. I mean, I know Lindsey and I have geeked out about it in the past too, and I know that like I think you're I don't know if you're working on stuff with them, but I know like you're in the mix with a bunch of things, and it's just like an exciting place because it's all my favorite stuff, which is orchestra music and fantasy-based music with electronic music and pop music. It really is like a little mishmash of everything. And I remember watching your videos, Lindsey. I think some of the earliest YouTube videos I saw when I learned who you were some of those video game medleys that you posted online. They're just so fun. And also like seeing the orchestra concerts where they're playing, music of Final Fantasy and Zelda. Like I go to all of those. They're the best.
No, those are all so good. Like the music in video games is just always so epic and amazing. And I remember when I first met you thinking like, that's so cool. Like you get to write some of these anthemic themes. And, in some ways I always thought that was super cool that you kind of toe the lines of like two worlds. So like you do your own music and you're your own artist, but at the same time you bring to life characters and themes in video games. So anyways,
is that our new project? Should we just go write music for a video game?
Yes, and yes. I'm so ready.
Perfect.
I love it. Okay, let's see. I'll go back to some of these questions. Richard Englebert. Where's Richard? How do you say your name right?
It's Engelbert, like as in Engelbert Humperdinck.
Okay, I love it. Awesome. Well, how are you doing?
Doing all right today.
Good.
It's unseasonably warm here in Green Bay today. It's like
oh, really?
40s. Rather weird.
Oh, 40s. Oh, gotcha. I see. I'm in Arizona, so you know those numbers are like But let's see. What was your question, or do you remember what your question was? Or
I think I remember it was something about if we were ever gonna see the Home for the Holidays special available for purchase on like DVD or Blu-ray soon. But I think I also wanted to ask, but I derped on it, if you were gonna do any more like video game streams anytime soon.
Oh, like on Twitch?
Yeah.
You know what? I was actually surprised how much I enjoyed streaming video games on Twitch. I'd never done it before, and I was like, oh gosh, I'm gonna be terrible. And I was terrible. But I had a lot of fun doing it, you know, just being with my friend Lindsey was there with me. And anyways, it was fun to see the chat and interact with you as I died over and over again. So I do think I will do it again. I want to do more on Twitch, and I think I'm just like trying to find my niche of on there, what I should do, but I think I'll do more.
Well, I was gonna say, I could offer up a couple of suggestions. I know Fall Guys is a big one, and you got Rocket League, which is basically soccer with Demolition Derby, and of course Smite, which you can play as various deities, including Artemis.
That's cool.
Yeah, who so happens to be one of my mains in that game.
Nice. Well, Rocket League. Now that is something I think I could get into. So thank you for that suggestion, because I've heard of that one before, and it always looked fun to me. And then as for your first question, Home for the Holidays, we are going to try to either release it on DVD next year, or we're going to find a way to release it in some form next year, since so many people requested that, and that was like the best compliment I could have received from the show, that people were like, we want to see this again next year. So we'll find a way to get it out next year. DVD, something. But thank you so much. Okay.
We're running out of time here, so maybe like one more question.
Okay. Let me find a good one. They're all good, but when it comes to okay. Oh, well, maybe I can just do this one. This is an anonymous one. And it says, do you have any advice for someone struggling with anorexia, and a favorite Bible verse for when you're struggling? Okay. My favorite Bible verse is Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. And it's, trust in the Lord with all thy heart, and lean not unto thy own understandings. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he will direct thy path. That's my favorite Bible verse in so many different contexts, because I think, especially being someone who struggled with anorexia myself, control is a really big thing in anyone's life that's struggling with anorexia. This need to like feel in control because we felt out of control in some way. And so that Bible verse helped me, because it just like took some of that pressure of being perfect and always knowing what to do and always being everything. It took some of that pressure off me, because it was like, trust in the Lord, let him direct thy path. Take all that weight off of your shoulders and let him guide you, because he will, even in times when you don't understand. And, you know, it's interesting how when I realized I was anorexic, it was like a huge burden was lifted off my shoulders, because I was so unhappy and I was so depressed and I hated myself so much, and I couldn't get out of bed in the morning. I was a different person than I am today. And I didn't know why. And so finally, when I just was like, accepted that I am unhealthy, I am sick, I am anorexic, it was like, okay, I now know what the problem is, so I can attack that problem. And the biggest thing that helped me was realizing that I wasn't broken. You know, it's so easy to see ourselves as broken and unfixable. Once I realized that there was a problem, I was able to separate myself from it. I wasn't broken. Anorexia had taken over my life. And if I could remove myself from that, I was still whole underneath it all. I'd just been like consumed by this. And so being able to separate, I recommend reading a book called Life Without Ed. And ED stands for eating disorder. And it's a woman who personified her eating disorder, and she would talk to it. She would, you know, almost like it was an unhealthy relationship with her and her eating disorder. And it was trying to control her. And she would tell, you know, she would have this dialogue with her eating disorder. And that helped me so much. I also went to therapy and group therapy. I mean, I basically turned it into a part-time job to get through it. And it's still something that I have to manage, but it does not control my life anymore, and it never will. And so that is my best advice, is to just see your eating disorder as something else. It's not you. It's something that's taken over you, and you do not deserve to be treated that way. And so even now, when like unhealthy thoughts come into my mind of like, I recognize them very, very quickly as like, oh, this is my eating disorder talking to me. And no, I don't take that. I don't let you talk to me like that anymore. It's literally like a dysfunctional relationship, and I put it away and then it goes away. And that's how I regained, you know, the control of my life again, and was able to change my life. And it's always worth it. I will never go back. And I remind myself of that anytime that I am struggling. It's like, I will never go back to letting that control me again. So I hope that that touched on something you were feeling. It's a real thing, and more people struggle with it than I think even understand that they struggle with it. So it's something I'm super passionate about. I love you, and you're always enough. And don't ever forget that. I love all of you. And I just want to say, I'm sorry to end on kind of a heavy note, but I do want to just end by saying I love you all so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for supporting me in my journey, and me and Mako in this specific journey of this song. I can't wait for you to see the video. And thank you to all my team who is here and who's made this possible. Love you all so much.
Thanks, everyone. Before we leave, I just want to take a group photo. So everyone, if you want to turn on your screen if it's off or not, but I'm going to take it right now. So everyone smile. 1, 2, 3. Cheese. All right, one more screen. Keep smiling, keep smiling. 1, 2, 3. Cheese. Okay, great.
Awesome.
So thanks, everyone. Lose You Now is out tonight. It's so beautiful. I've cried a million times already listening to it. So thank you. I'm going to try to like unmute everyone. Sammy, maybe you can help me with this. Allow you to unmute yourself just so you can like yell goodbye to Lindsey as we all head out of the room.
Bye, Lindsey.
Bye, Lindsey.
There we go.
Thank you.
Thank you for everything.
Yes. Thank you so much, you guys. By the way, Luna, here's something. What's coming? What's going on? Anyways, love you all so much wherever in the world you are. It's so nice to see your beautiful faces. I really miss being able to tour. Oh no, it's happening. It's always happens to me, and I do these Zoom calls. I get so emotional, and I thought I made it through. But like, I just can't tell you how much you mean to me. And like, seriously, I meant it when I say like, never forget how amazing you are. I look in your eyes right now, and I just like see how incredible and beautiful each one of you is. So thank you so much. Never forget that.
Thank you for the opportunity of the call.
Absolutely.
All right, thanks everyone. I'm
Thank you, Lindsey.
end the call.
Thank
you.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye. Have a nice day.